I've never heard a single hurtful word from him, Grandma Zabel says about her husband, whom she lost 2 years ago. They had been together for 70 years. He meant the world to Zabel. He was a brother, a father, a husband, and a breadwinner who worked very hard. Now Grandma Zabel lives alone in her village, deep in a forest. She refuses to go live with any of her 3 children, 13 grandchildren, and 30 great-grandchildren. Come and live with us, they tell me. One is in Yerevan. My other kids are in Martakert. And I say to them, I like the peace and quiet of my village. Why don't you join me here instead? Zabel was born and raised in Varngatagh, in Artsakh's Martakert region. Today, a mere 88 people, comprising 24 families, live there. The village was destroyed during the war in the early 1990s. This used to be a great village. It even outshined the city. We had close to 100 families, lots of young people. Everything was good. But then, in 1992, much of the community left because of the war. The tenacity of the villagers was once again tested during the April War of 2016. No less than 30 rockets fell on the small village. But once the bombing stopped, the residents returned. The chronicles of Varngatagh are recorded in Grandma Zabel's diary. She writes things down with utmost care, and sometimes tears certain pages, giving in to a sense of girlish modesty. You want me to keep them so you'll get to read the stuff after I'm dead? I don't think so. I've written about you. I've written about everybody. I've written down the good and the bad. In the post-war chronicles of Varngatagh, the construction of the community's water network has a chapter all its own. It's a story that every one of her neighbors knows by heart. They got here in May 2012 and completed the project in 2 months. They've done a marvelous job. It was the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund that brought water to the village by building a distribution network and linking it to the water supply system of Martakert. Zabel Bejanyan, a 70-year-old Varngatagh native, says the village never had normal access to water prior to 2012. If there's no water in the village, then there's no life. Water is the sweetest thing there is. Back in the day, we couldn't cultivate an orchard because of the lack of water. Now we can grow anything we like, including beans, potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers. In the past, villagers pinned their hopes on rainwater when planting potatoes. If ArmeniaFund hadn't built our water network, the whole community would have migrated, Zabel Bejanyan says. He's proud of the fact that 21 children are growing up in the village today, and the community is burgeoning, and that his own daughter-in-law will soon have a baby, a little sister or brother to Manvelik. Jiggle it well, give them plenty of water. Make sure to water this side too. I couldn't be happier. When ArmeniaFund built our water network, it gave our community a new lease on life. Everybody has regular access to water. Even the homes of those who have left and not come back are connected to the network. They grow beans and take bagfuls of them to the market. They manage to get by. Grandma Zabel follows the successes of her neighbors from the sidelines. She, too, grows vegetables, but only in the immediate vicinity of her home and with great difficulty, considering she's past 91. I've got a tomato greenhouse. I also grow beans, and these are the cucumbers. When they're ripe, you'll come and taste them. It's a self-sufficient village. The only thing lacking here is peace. Varngatagh is located a few kilometers from the border. Grandma Zabel does not believe that one day the sounds of war will fall silent in these parts. Don't you get it? As long as a Turk is our neighbor, there will be conflict, and we'll hear the thump of bombs. In addition to chronicling the life of the village, Grandma Zabel grows flowers in her lush garden. Her son, a freedom fighter, was killed in 1992 in a battle at Maghavuz. It's for him that Grandma Zabel grows her flowers. These are great roses, wonderful roses. I'll pick and take them to his grave. For the past 25 years, she has pampered her son's gravesite, with fresh flowers in summer and artificial ones in winter. It takes her quite an effort to go up the high stairs in order to reach the cemetery. The village lost 2 lives during Artsakh's war of liberation. Grandma Zabel places flowers at both gravestones and tends them with equal care. How can she possibly leave Varngatagh?